What it is. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me go ahead and pop this chat out, see who's in here with me. How many of my people in here? What's going on? Hold on. Y'all hit that like button as y'all come in for me. If y'all can. Michael Johnson here. Really don't know if this is good or bad, but I will support my boys regardless. D Money Motivated. Yo, fam. King Magnus, what's good? What's going on with y'all? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Can y'all see me? I'm trying to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? What's going on? Any lags? Any lags? Before I get hype. Somebody let me know something. Or am I in talking to myself? Appreciate y'all. Late one this time, but we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. David Webb in here. Dak owns Phillies in here. What's good? What's good? I don't know if Rashad Mallory's in here. Michael Johnson with the first super chat of the night. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Rome, what's up? Good evening. What's good? What's good evening, man? Appreciate you for that super chat. Adair Hughes is in here. Why don't you got a mod? You've been in here for a minute. Clarence Johnson. I'm gonna go ahead and ask y'all though. Loves Beauty 41. What's good? What's good? Anna Castro, what's going on? Sergeant Thomas, what's good? Hit that like button for me as you come in. You know, I know I'm later than normal. Usually go live around like 8ish during the week, but we here now. You know, special times call for special things. How are y'all feeling, Cowboys Nation? Are you excited? Because a lot of people wanted Quinn gone. You know, and when I tweeted out the other day, I said, Cowboys Nation about to get what they want. You know, a lot of people was like, well, a lot of people was being funny, like, you know what I'm saying, let's get rid of Dak. And, you know, we can't fire the Jones family. And I think they knew what I was talking about, but they wanted to be funny. But now you really got what you want. We all, including myself, beat our chest and said, yo, get Dan Quinn out of here. And you know what? After giving it some good thought, I'm not mad Dan Quinn gone. Star Girl, what's good? What's good? What's good? Darnell Lamar, what's good? Jesse Harvey, what's going on? I'm not mad Dan Quinn gone. I feel like, and you see, Loves Beauty said hit the like button on the way in. Appreciate y'all. Do that. Do me that favor. Do me that favor. It's about 78 people watching. Appreciate y'all. Dan Quinn's system was great, but I feel like it had run its course. It's the same way Kellen Moore's system ran its course. Now, you listen to the media right now, and the media is going to make it feel like the sky is falling. The sky is falling. Remember when Kellen left last year? The media made us feel like the sky was falling. Lola Cowboy was good. James Parsons was good. Brandon Fife, my guy, what's going on? What's going on? That's my dog. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when the media made us feel like, hey, hold on, make sure my mic is good. The media wanted us to feel like Kellen Moore is leaving, Dak Prescott and the offense is doomed. But that wasn't the case. Mike McCarthy, although everyone said Mike McCarthy is a relic, he don't know how to call plays. He don't know what he's doing. Mike McCarthy, because he has a great quarterback, and yes, I'm calling Dak Prescott a great quarterback with no hesitation, was able to resurrect his play calling career. Do me a favor. Who led the league in scoring points? Who had one of the top scoring offenses this year? First year in the Mike McCarthy merged with the old system. that would be Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy. Number one offense. CD Lamb up for Offensive Player of the Year. Dak up for MVP. Phenomenal year. Hold on. It's Tano with the 499 Super Chat. Appreciate you, it's Tano. I genuinely believe Dan Quinn should have gotten about 70 to 80% backlash for the wild card loss. He should have. And he gets to skate free. And that's fine. He's not our problem no more. And I can say that after that loss. This has nothing to do with what he did for us the entire tenure. But that loss, nah, you deserve some of the blame, some of the hate. And he got up out of here like, all right, then y'all, I'm a holler. But he coached horribly. He coached horribly. I was bringing up Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy because when everybody didn't believe in him, 100 people watching, let's get it to 60, 70 likes, please. Pretty please. I appreciate it. Everyone gave up on the offense. Everybody said the Cowboys offense is going to be struggling. But Mike McCarthy's experience, plus a great player, he was able to resurrect his career as a play caller. And although people still think that Mike McCarthy is bad because of, it's biased hate, what you can't take from him is the fact that he had one of the top offenses in the league last year. With apparently a quarterback everybody thinks is bad. So which one is it? If Mike McCarthy's bad at play calling, Dak Prescott's bad at quarterbacking, CeeDee Lamb's not a number one receiver, how are we able to have a number one offense? It ain't enough bad teams in the league. That's impossible. Let me read these super chats, and then I got my point on Dan Quinn. Michael Johnson with a 499 super chat. Don't forget, Prescott started out slow. Won't be the case this year. It won't. The offense is coming to his own. Icy with the 499 super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you, Michael Johnson and Icy. I appreciate those super chats. But what we need to realize is this. The defense probably going to start off a little slow this year. The offense has to help the defense come along, like the defense helped the offense come along. But it can become a perfect marriage. Let me ask y'all this. Since we ain't here, we just family. Martin talking Cowboys. What's good with you? That's my dog. We just family in here. We just chilling at the kickback. Let me ask y'all this. What's the different factor that made Dan Quinn return to dominance as a defensive coordinator? Was it just scheme? Is it that Dan Quinn is phenomenal with X's and O's? Young bro JD, what's good? Or is it, James Parson, it's the players. It's the Willies and the Joes. Sorry to sound old on y'all, but it's real. Micah Parsons has been married to Dan Quinn in the media and overall because the greatness is married with the dominant player. Dan Quinn's creativity of moving Micah Parsons around. It's almost like those names were synonymous in the media. Why was Dan Quinn called the most, his secondaries are ball hawks and so dominant? What's the player that helped bring back the secondary dominance in ball hawking? Let me see if y'all with me. Young boy JD with the 199 super chat. What's good, big bro? What we got for today? I'm talking to you. It's Stargirl. It was Bland, but before Bland, there was a Diggs. Now it was a Bland. But those players have stepped up. I want everybody to realize this. Coordinators and coaches can only coach and coordinate but so good. The players have to play. Before Bill Belichick got Tom Brady, he had a struggling career in Cleveland. Before Tom Brady took over, he wasn't looking so hot in New England. Players make coaches. And then great coaches help great players be even greater. But I don't care how good of a coach you are. If your players ain't great, you ain't doing nothing. Trayvon Diggs is a phenomenal ball hawking cornerback. Revolutionized the way the interception game. Trust me, broke a record that was there for like 30, 40 years. And then Deron Bland came back and broke another record this year that was there for mad years. But I put that more on Al Harris than I put that on Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn didn't make Micah Parsons great. Do y'all remember this? Is 120 people in here. Can y'all hit that like button for me? Let's get it to 100 likes. Do y'all realize that Micah Parsons' dominance at pass rushing wasn't because Dan Quinn just thought of it? It was because DeMarcus Lawrence got hurt before the Chargers game his rookie year. And we just ain't have no choice. We ain't have enough edge rushers. Now, once he unlocked it, yes, Dan Quinn was like, oh, I got a monster. And he was able to utilize that monster. But it wasn't if he knew that Micah Parsons was dominant at pass rushing, he would have started there. He would have started the year at edge. If D-Law don't get hurt, we might not even see Micah at edge now. He might just blitz every once in a while. My point is this. If you're wondering, like, just get to the point, Ron. As great as Dan Quinn may have been as a D coordinator, and I'm not taking anything from him, our players made him look great as well. He ain't make one tackle in the last 3 years. He ain't block a pass. He ain't catch an interception. The players had to go out there and execute. And he's going to find out quickly that without the proper personnel, the results are different. The results are very different without the proper personnel. If it was so easy to win 12 games a year, everybody be doing it. I know we haven't had playoff success, but you can't trip, fall, and win 36 games in 3 years. I don't care how bad you think the division is. Shoot, last year, 3 teams from our division made the playoffs. Some of this is just true. The players got to play. I'm saying that before we get to, hold on, let me read the super chat. NC's biggest Cowboys fan, 499 super chat. Let's get Mike Vrabel in here and show all the haters that DQ wasn't the end all be all. I would love to get Mike Vrabel in here. Does Mike Vrabel want to be here? And would the Jones family tuck their pride and let Mike Vrabel come here? It's a lot to go with that. I would love Mike Vrabel, though. Make no mistake. He would be excellent because he would instill a lot more discipline. He would be hands-on with the team. He wouldn't chill in the booth. That was my biggest problem with Dan Quinn. Why are you always in the booth? Come down here and interact with your players during the game. When that game started to get away from us, that wild card game, Dan Quinn could have been on the field stopping the bleeding. What are you going to do? Zoom call with the players at halftime? Like, come on, man. Let's be real. King Magnus with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, King Magnus. What's good, Rome? Roman Empire. What's going on? Saw the Texas man, Charlie Crockett live last night with the wifey. That's dope. Incredible. I have a positive vibes for the upcoming Dem Boys season. I do too, man. You know I'm going to be positive. We just got things to iron out. You got to clean your house. Like every spring, you got to clean your garage out. You got to get the old trash out your house. And, you know what I'm saying? Tighten up as the weather break. Right now, we just getting things in order. We try not to go into the next year with the same stuff. We trying to tighten things up. Icy with the 199 super chat. Who do you think will be our new DC? I was going to work my way to that, Icy, I promise. But I do think Ron Rivera is being considered seriously. And I'll tell y'all why. And look, let me be clear. Let me look in the camera. I ain't excited about Ron Rivera. I'm not. I'm still waiting for somebody to convince me why I should be excited. I'm not. I'm not saying Ron Rivera doesn't know how to coach defenses, that he didn't have a top defense at a point, that he doesn't know defense. Ron Rivera then forgot more about defense last week than I'll ever know. So let's just get that clear. But just like with Dan Quinn, let me ask this. Thank you for that super chat too, Icy. Before Dan Quinn, when Dan Quinn first got the job in Dallas, how many of y'all was excited about it? If you bored tonight, go back and watch my Dan Quinn videos when we first hired Dan Quinn. I was actually pro Dan Quinn because I was like, Dan Quinn was a top coordinator at one point in this league. I know his head coaching tenure was bad, but let's give him a shot. Please go back and find some of my videos. JR with the 999 super chat. I just want DC that can make up a top 10 to 12 run defense. A weak run defense gives any and everyone the confidence to run the ball all over you. That's a fact. Thank you for that $10 super chat, JR. And you know what? If Ron Rivera can do anything, his defenses can't stop the run. He values defensive tackle and he values stopping the run. Now, his passing game defense has been terrible. Trust me, Dak Prescott has lived all over them. But he also hasn't been calling the defenses. He's been the head coach. Young boy JD with the 199 super chat. Aren't you a tribal chief's heir to the throne? Laugh out loud. I don't even know what that means. You gotta. That's not making sense to me, young boy JD. But appreciate you. That's not even on topic. Come on, let's stay on topic. Thank you for the super chat, though. Ron Rivera, just like Dan Quinn, at one point was a great defensive coordinator in this league. He was. Now, it was further back than when Dan Quinn was a great defensive coordinator. But yes, you can get back to coordinator status, not have to worry about the full team, get back in the lab, come up with some new schemes, and become great again. Because being a head coach and a coordinator are two different things. I'm not telling y'all something that y'all don't already know. I'm just saying. I know we can get it to 100 likes too. It's at 85. Like, y'all just messing with me. I know 15 to 20 people that came in here and y'all just don't want to hit the like button. It's cool. But like, it's right there. You can just do it. you can just hit it. And thank y'all. Now, Ron Rivera, if he becomes our defensive coordinator, will look different than he did before. Because in Ron Rivera's entire career, he never had a Micah Parsons. In his entire tenure in Washington, he didn't have a Micah Parsons. He didn't have a Trayvon Diggs. I'm going to go out there and say it. He ain't had a DeMarcus Lawrence. Now, he's had better defensive tackles than we've had. But that's what I'm going to give him. Payne and Allen. That's it. Montez Sweat is okay. He's okay. And Chase Young is a bust. He just ain't it. Chase Young wishes he would have the career that D-Law's had. D-Law is a 4-time Pro Bowler. Chase Young ain't nothing but a prospect. Thank y'all for getting it to 100 likes. I appreciate y'all. Ron Rivera ain't never worked with this type of defensive talent. Now, do we got holes? Yes. Because he's going to walk into that defensive tackle room like, what is happening in here? But he's going to be able to look everywhere else and be like, but everywhere else is looking decent. So, yes, our defensive talent will make Ron Rivera look better just by default. Just by default. But it's deeper than that. Roman Reigns. Oh, you talking about the wrestler? Young boy JD, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Chase Young ain't a good football player. Forget game changer. Chase Young is not a good football player. Whoa. DJ Sand with the 50. Oh, first of all, DJ, I don't know if that was an accident or not. Everything stopped. DJ Sand just dropped a 50 piece in here. A 50 piece McNugget. Y'all go ahead and put the umbrellas in there. That's bigger than you can't throw the flame emojis. You gotta throw he made it rain. You made the chat stop. Everybody gotta relax. The 50 piece? DJ saying, I would like to get Belichick because we need some nastiness on our defensive line. I would love Bill Belichick. First of all, thank you for that $50 super chat. Like, seriously. I appreciate that. If that wasn't an accident. Because I know sometimes people are like, hold on, I got to retract that. That was OD. So, that was legit. Thank you. Oh, it wasn't. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Seriously. To answer your full question, Belichick would be great. Belichick would make Mike McCarthy coach harder. He would make the defense play better. And Belichick was the coach of the greatest defensive player to ever put on cleats, Lawrence Taylor. Who did everybody always compare Micah Parsons to? Lawrence Taylor. Now, they're two different players, but Belichick would love to get his hands on Micah Parsons. Pause. But he's too strong of a personality. He wouldn't come in and be a defensive coordinator after being the greatest coach of all time. His pride would not let him do it. Would I love it? Yes. Would this team be better for it? Yes. All of the above. But would he do it? Probably not. Probably not. Being under Mike McCarthy, one. Not being able to pick his personnel, two, because that's what he want to do. Being under the Jones family, three, that's 3 strikes. I don't see it. But I would love it, though. You're right. He would be perfect. That's why I would want Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel for the same thing. I feel like Mike Vrabel could go under Belichick because he's only been a head coach once. I mean, under McCarthy. I feel like Vrabel would instill the same thing. McCarthy would coach a little harder because a head coach would be on his staff that could take his job. I feel like the fan base would get excited about Vrabel. I feel like he would bring discipline and nastiness and the value of D-tackle and the value of tackling and just smarts in general. I've seen him go toe-to-toe with some of the best coaches in the AFC. I would love Vrabel, but he might be too strong of a personality. Bringing Mike Vrabel in would be the reason why they won't sign like a Cam Newton to be a backup. Cam Newton is too big and strong of a personality for them to sign. I don't think it's fair. I don't like it, but teams won't do that. They'll be like, Cam Newton, a bigger star than our starter. We can't bring him in. Vrabel's a bigger star than our coach. So they wouldn't do it. Now, I might be wrong. I pray I'm wrong because they say they all in. So show me. But I'm just being real with y'all. I don't want to lie to y'all. And thank y'all for showing my boy DJ saying some love. And everybody else that dropped super chats, let me get to him. My fault. Michael Johnson with a $4.99 super chat. Can't be that difficult for whomever they get hired. Elite cornerbacks, Micah Parsons, draft some run stoppers and dominate. It's a fact. We don't got an empty cupboard. And we got 200 people in here. I know we can get it at 150 likes. It's 200 people in here. Hit that like button for me if you came in here last 50 people. Whatever coordinator it is, it's working with some talent. Now, is it possible to have a bunch of defensive talent and not know how to use it? Yes. Who was the defensive coordinator for the Chargers this year? They had Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa. I forgot the safety name. Decent defensive tackles. Like the Chargers defense wasn't barren, but they just looked horrible. Just looked horrible. But I would consider Brandon Staley for one reason, and I'll tell you in a second. Shout out to my dog, Keith Murphy. I'm done beating. My dog here, 49ers fan, and his team is in the Super Bowl. Salute to the 49ers. Punished us this year and got the job done, at least to this point. So respect, appreciate you. In Carolina, Rivera had dogs and good linebackers. I feel like we got dogs, but we don't have linebackers. But the reason why we don't have linebackers is I feel like Dan Quinn didn't put value in the linebacker. If Dan Quinn put value in the linebacker, we would have gotten better linebackers 3 years ago. Dan Quinn put value in the safeties. That's why we ran big nickel so much. And when it worked, it worked. It worked beautifully, especially on passing downs when you got pass rush happening. But when teams put their head down and start running the ball, it just don't work like that. Icy with the 499 super chat. Hey, I'm loving the content, man. I'm also a new subscriber now. Thanks for helping us get through the hard times. Always WWE crazy. I appreciate you, Icy. And I appreciate the new subscribe, man. Let me go ahead and get you a mod. You part of the cartel now. You part of the fam. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Let me see. Did I miss any other super chats? So my point is this. I wouldn't mind bringing Staley in for one reason. Although Staley seemed to lost his way trying to call defense and run a team, he wasn't good at that. But what he is good at is stopping the Shanahan system. What was Mike McCarthy? What was Dan Quinn's biggest impediment? Dan Quinn could not stop anybody off the Shanahan tree. Every time we played somebody from the Shanahan tree, we got punished. We was decent against Sean McVay. But the Shanahan tree, terrible. What about a coach that coached for a coach that runs some of the Shanahan system, McVay? They run a similar system and was in that West with Shanahan in them. And when Staley was there, the Rams had a good record versus the 49ers. I definitely want a coach that's familiar with stopping the tree. Now, he also will be a coach you can bring in and wouldn't be a threat to Mike McCarthy. He's young, but he flamed out with the Chargers, and Mike McCarthy wouldn't have to look over his back. And the Jones family is not going to bring in a coach that I feel like is going to make Mike feel like he got to look over his back. Now you say, why wouldn't they do that? Mike's a lame duck. Mike is a lame duck. But I don't think that they're going to do that. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong. And I don't think none of them heady coaches, Belichick and Vrabel, going to want to come work for the Jones family. But I don't think Staley would mind. Staley just want to get back out there. He don't want to look like a failure. So we shall see. All right. So we talked about Rivera. I feel like Rivera, although I don't want him, I don't. And if we sign Ron Rivera, I promise I'm not going to come here and like, ha, I changed my mind. I'm going to have to work through some things to like Rivera. Is that fair? Y'all with me on that? I want to know y'all thoughts on that. Is that fair? I should start a poll. I'm about to start a poll. Should we? All right. Let's see how that works. I started a poll. I just want to see what y'all think. But the only thing that would give me faith in Ron is the players. Chris Davis was good. It's the players. I got faith in Micah Parsons. I know he had a bad playoff game. Do y'all still have faith in Micah Parsons? I know he had a bad playoff game, but he's 3 years in. He's been an all-pro all his years. I'm just saying. Pop this chat back out. Hold on. I'm just saying. Do y'all have faith in? Oh, that's the chat up again. Hold on. Trayvon Diggs. And I know Diggs got to come back from the injury. I know. What's good, Jeanette Rogers? Leslie Frazier. I wouldn't mind Leslie Frazier. I like Buffalo defense. That might not be a bad name. I ain't thinking that. Who said Leslie Frazier? I must have missed that. Oh, JR with the super chat. Appreciate you, JR. Dark horse name, but Jerry should call Leslie Frazier. He interviewed with Miami. We got just as much, if not more, for him to work with on our defense. Leslie Frazier was doing good in Buffalo to me. I feel like that's a good name. I would consider Leslie Frazier over Ron Rivera. No question. But even Leslie Frazier, Ron Rivera, Brandon Staley, Mike Vrabel, even my boy, shout out to Quay Media, he been saying Rex Ryan, Mike Zimmer, all of them are only going to be as good as the players take them. Now, I'm not putting everything on Trayvon Diggs. I want him to come back slowly. He's too important. But for the long run, we got horses. We need some, we got places to fill. We need linebackers. We need another D tackle. No question. We really, really do. I would take Rex Ryan. Would y'all take Rex Ryan? Out in the poll. I see a lot of y'all didn't want Rivera. I just wanted to see that real quick. 70 quick votes. There's an extra no. I think Rex Ryan would bring a nice bravado. I don't think he would want to take Mike's job. I would like Rex Ryan. And you know what? Rex Ryan fits what the Jones family want. They want box office. Rex Ryan would be box office. You know what Rex Ryan values, though? Start a Rex poll. I might. Rex Ryan values linebacker play, tackling, physicality. Yeah. Now, we already had a Ryan in the household. Remember, we had Rob Ryan. So we already had a Ryan over here. My dog called me CMT. Rex Ryan don't hate paychecks. I'm not saying anything definitive. All I know is this: Jim Schwartz, I think, is still the Browns. It's all good, Brad Harris. I'm just talking trash. I think Schwartz is still the Browns defensive coordinator, if I'm not mistaken. I would love Jim Schwartz, but he the Browns defensive coordinator, right? Right now we got slim pickings. And from what I understand, they want somebody with experience. That's why I think Staley's out. Staley was only a defensive coordinator for 1 year. So the Riveras, the Rex Ryans, Leslie Frazier has experience, but he's not a big enough name. Somebody with experience. Rob Ryan was terrible. Rob Ryan was terrible. It was some rough years. But Rex was a better defensive coordinator. What's Jackie saying? What I miss? Al Harris is going to follow Dan Quinn. He might. Joe Witt is following Dan Quinn. I think Leslie Frazier was great for Buffalo. Especially with our defensive talent, I think Frazier would be great. He definitely knows his stuff. Mike Zimmer's definitely somewhere they would consider because he got ties to Dallas. And you know when you got ties to Dallas, you got a like a leg up. So I can 100% see Mike Zimmer being considered. Rome for DC. I wish. Actually, y'all don't want that. I ain't good enough. Y'all would run me up out of town. Loves beauty. To be honest, if Dak left, I wouldn't blame him. Who wants to deal with this organization and their antics? Hey, that's a conversation we're going to have this offseason. I got a weird feeling about this whole Dak Prescott situation with the front office. And I don't, it's weird. I need to let a couple of more things play out. But if they don't extend Dak, y'all might want to just enjoy this year with him because he's gone. If Dak don't get an extension this offseason, you might as well just kiss him goodbye. Thank you, Dak. Please leave. I don't think it's that simple, Jackie Smith, but I feel you. I see your passion in your typing, but it's not that simple. Yeah, I mean, and you know how it is with our fan base. Half the fans hate Dak Prescott and want him gone. The other set of the fans appreciate that we got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He hasn't gotten it done in the playoffs, but I will ask you this though: who else has gotten it done in the playoffs outside of Patrick Mahomes? What quarterback? Who's these quarterbacks that's winning these championships? I'm just being real. I want Dak to stay too. Because I heard that on one of them shows every day. Y'all know them shows be going crazy. Like, they love to throw out you need to be able to carry a team. But all these other quarterbacks be flaming out too. If we just keeping it real. Everybody always says, well, Dak Prescott just builds up regular season stats and don't get it done in the playoffs. Josh Allen only been to one AFC championship game. I know it's one, but you think Josh Allen walks around with a shirt that says, I went to an AFC championship game, respect me? Yeah, y'all hit them like buttons. Let's get it up to closer to 200. You think Joe Burrow was like, yeah, I've been to a Super Bowl, so everybody better put respect on my name. Although, I like Joe Burrow, and I don't got no hate for Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson about to have 2 MVPs. And he got the same amount of wins in the playoffs as Dak, and he came in 2018. So don't give me he's still developing. I'm just wondering. Y'all can hate Dak, but I'm just saying, where the other quarterbacks winning championships? Matthew Stafford? And Tom Brady? That's it. Other than that, it's Pat. It's Pat. And you can't give somebody credit for something that they ain't do yet. Well, Josh Allen's going to win one. Win. Y'all got Josh Allen winning the Super Bowl next year? Patrick Mahomes be back. His team be better. They'll get him another receiver. Joe Burrow will be back. Lamar's coming back. The Broncos probably going to get better. Jim Harbaugh in the AFC now. So Herbert probably be better. Aaron Rodgers is coming back. That's not going to be no easy out. 2 of them be back. Y'all got Josh Allen. So if Josh Allen don't win again next year, he going to be on what, year 7, 8? He going to start looking like Dak. Only one quarterback can come out the AFC. And if Patrick Mahomes keep coming out the AFC, all these quarterbacks y'all call God is sitting at home with Dak. But they get a pass because they don't wear the star on their helmet. Hey, Dan Quinn just left. If we started, let me ask y'all a question. If we started Cooper Rush or Trey Lance next year, and Dan Quinn had Dak Prescott with the same roster as Washington, who wins that game? Dan Quinn in the Washington roster versus Trey Lance and the Cowboys. Who win in that game? You know, the quarterback y'all don't like. You know, that trash. Okay, let's play Trey Lance or Cooper Rush or whatever, and Dak Prescott go to the Giants. Who win in that game? Giants ain't got no weapons. I know Dak's trash. Let's say Dak Prescott went to the Steelers, and the Steelers came to play the Cowboys like they do next year. And we starting Trey Lance. We beating the Steelers? Because, you know, Dak is trash. It's so easy. I'm just wondering. I know he hasn't gotten it done in the playoffs. But I look around, there's a lot of quarterbacks that ain't getting it done in the playoffs. Y'all know a winner is just a loser that just tried one more time. Dak's been not playing good in the playoffs until he does. Matthew Stafford was a horrible quarterback for years, just a stat pattern, right? Right? Until he had his run. Now the respect has been put on his name. Stargazer Sports was good. Peyton Manning couldn't get it done until he did. That's a fact. Now, I will say this. I understand. I can swing the pendulum to the other side. I understand why people don't believe in Dak Prescott. Down South Cowboy 504 with the 999 super chat. Appreciate you. Cowboys offense off. Since Dak's been on the team, scheme has been terrible. Small, slow receivers, front office, free agents, most part, definitely always let him down. And we're not going to talk about the old line in the playoffs. Now tell me I'm wrong. You're right. I mean, first of all, I appreciate you for the super chat. We have not built properly for playoff runs. The Cowboys like to enter the playoffs lately. We haven't had a good running game, or our running game won't show up. And I don't know the last champion that didn't have a good running game. You got to have a pretty good running game. You do. Every playoff run I've seen recently had a good running game. Burrow had Mixon on the way. I forgot who was the running back for the Rams when they made their run. Both of them. Gurley for one and another running back for the other. Pacheco is the running back, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire for Mahomes. And even the Eagles had Miles Sanders and stuff when they made their run last year. You got to have an effective running game and offensive line. Our offensive line always playing musical chairs. And look, as much as I love Zeke, he ain't get it done in the playoffs. And Tony Pollard, he's gone missing outside of the injury. And then we become one-dimensional. Dak starts pressing, and then, you know, bad things happen when your quarterback starts to press. But look, well, we got all offseason to talk about Dak Prescott. I went off on a little Dak tangent. It's okay. It's okay. Let's get back to defensive coordinator, because it's a real big deal. Do y'all feel like Jerry Jones is serious about going all in? I'll ask y'all that. I see no, hopefully. I mean, we all hope. Hey, Tariq Joseph, we all hopeful. No, no, wolf tickets. Nope, nope, nope. I see y'all. No, it's just talk. I believe y'all. It is just talk. I feel like Jerry is throwing out bait to see if he can get Twitter and the comments and YouTube, and he can get the fans to bite. I think in years past, Jerry would have said we're going all in. It would have worked. Do y'all believe me? I feel like if last year, the year before if Jerry would have just came out and said we're going all in, we would have been like, word. I would have believed him last year. I'd have been stupid. I'm being 100. I would have believed him. But that playoff game broke a lot of the Cowboys fans' mentalities. Little silly stuff like that not working no more. It's not. You got to do better. You got to show us now. It would have worked back in the day. It ain't working no more. We're not going for it no more. That's coming from me. I'm optimist prime. I'm always, I can see how that's going to be good and that. But let me ask y'all this. Would y'all prefer me keep it real with y'all or just come in here and be blindly optimistic and lie? When I've been optimistic with y'all before, since I've been doing YouTube, since 2020, I've been real every time. I've been wrong plenty of times. Because if I was right, we'd have been won the championship. But I'm not going to just come in here and tell y'all bold-faced lies. I'm not going to be like, yo, man, I think Ron Rivera next. He going to be just like Dan Quinn. I don't see it. Now, maybe I'll hear a breakdown from somebody I respect. Maybe I'll get some type of an insight that I ain't see, and I'll bring y'all back something different. But until that happens, I don't see it. Just like with the going all in, I need to see it. Hey, y'all, newsflash. Going to sign Derrick Henry is not all in. It's going towards that. Y'all want me to tell y'all what my all in look like? I'm going to be optimistic then, boys. I'm just going to keep it real with you, though. I ain't going to lie. My all in looks like this. Go get Derrick Henry and draft a running back. Draft a good running back and get Derrick Henry. Go get me another corner so you don't have to put all that pressure on Trayvon Diggs when he comes back. Trade Trey Lance and stop selling that hoop dream. Get more depth. Draft that great center out of Oregon. Shore up this offensive line. Go get me another receiver since this is a deep receiver draft. Cut Michael Gallup. Go get me 3 or 4 linebackers. I want 2 veterans. Bring back Overshown. Deron Bland is going to become depth. I'm not Deron Bland. I'm sorry. Damone Clark is going to become depth. Go sign like a Levante David or something like that. A veteran. Go get me a Patrick Queen. Go sign DJ Reader. Or a D tackle like that to add to our D tackle room. It ain't that you got to go get humongous. I would love Chris Jones. I feel like Chris Jones is the pie in the sky. They ain't going to do it. I seen Chris Jones in the they ain't going to do it. Like, I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Chris Jones would be like, okay, that's different, but they're not going to do that. But you don't have to do Chris Jones to show me you going all in. Legitimate, real football moves. Seriously, we're not that barren. Draft the offensive tackle because you like Tyron Smith, you can come back, but this is your replacement. Let's train him up. Sign Derrick Henry and be like, all right, cool, Derrick Henry, we got you, and we went and got Benson, or we went and got Blake Corum from Michigan, or we go get another running back. So you got youth, and you got the guy to put the work in. Julio Lucero was good. That's what I'm talking about. Getting Patrick Quinn, DJ Reader, Derrick Henry, that's all in. Okay, now we working, because if it's just those players, or you can get Saquon Barkley or Josh Jacobs or anybody. You know why adding those 3 to 4 players makes it look like we're going all in? Because we're not bare. You're not adding, if you add Patrick Quinn, Reader, or any other D tackle, right? That's why you draft the running back too, T-Dub. And I don't really want Saquon. I want Derrick Henry. My point is, you bring those type of players in, you put them on like Washington. That don't really put them over the top. Washington also hasn't won 36 games in 3 years. Washington don't got Micah Parsons. Patrick Quinn with Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland. Now you working with something. Go get another safety. Go get Rapp. He is free agent. Put some work in this offseason. But you cannot just sign one player. You can't sign Derrick Henry, bring me Ron Rivera, and be like, see, we all in. I'm not going for that. Yeah, Terrence still needs to be replaced. He got to show me something, because that contract looking egregious right now. But I'm serious, though. All in needs to look like it's multiple signings. It's having a great draft. Last year's draft, how many players did we get out of last year's draft, not counting the undrafted free agents? Who's helping this team? Overshown was hurt, so I'm not going to blame him. We got 0. Nobody we drafted helped us last year. Schoonmaker, Mozzie, and that hurts to say because I really had faith in Moz. None of them. Not one. Eric Scott Jr., not one player. Miss Baker was good. That is disheartening. We need a great draft, and we need to get great players. You can bring like 10 great players in, and that'll be all in. 6 good draft picks. A good running back, a veteran running back, a veteran D tackle, another good corner, another viable playing corner. It don't got to be a starter. You feel me? That's what all in look like. But just saying it, I'm not. No. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think we're gonna go make no humongous splash. Like, we're not gonna trade for no big player. Like, we're not getting Stephon Diggs. Y'all can let that go. And we're not signing Chris Jones. I don't see that. But you don't gotta do that to be all in for the Cowboys. You don't gotta break. You can do smart moves and make some things shake. But all this is contingent upon if they want to keep Dak. Because if they don't extend Dak and they just restructure his contract, we ain't gonna have enough money to do nothing. But listen, y'all, I'll give y'all a couple of answers to the test, and then I'm gonna slide up out of here. Thank y'all for rocking with me. What they do with Dak is gonna tell you everything you need to know about the future. If they do extend Dak, they ready to just lock in and put some work in. If they don't extend Dak Prescott and they just kind of put a team together and go through this season, I'm going to be the first one to tell y'all I don't know how many games we're going to win. I can say that now. That's not a slight to Dak Prescott. The whole locker room, the whole morale with the team would be like, we ain't trying to win. We are not trying to win. And pay attention to who they draft. Because if they draft Jordan Travis, it's over. If they don't extend Dak Prescott and they draft a young quarterback, it's a wrap. I want him to get extended too, Droku. You know how I feel. I'm Mr. Dak most hated t-shirt. That's my dog. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The front office is acting funny. The front office don't believe in Dak like we do, like I do. If I had control, I would get him a contract tonight, but I don't got control. Brandon Fife with the $10 super chat. Just love for your for our home channel, bro. I appreciate you, Brandon. You always showing me love. I really do. Dak is always going to be the most hated quarterback, most hated player in the league. I'm just it's tiring defending him. I'm not giving up on it, but I know that the front office don't believe in him properly. 60 to 70% of the fan base don't believe in him. The other players joke on him, and the media clowns him too. I hate it. I feel like he would get more support and more love and a different fan base on a different team. That's just real. But look, we're going to learn a lot. Ron Rivera interviews next week. I can promise y'all this before I go. The Jones family is going to stretch this defensive coordinator thing out for 2 weeks. Why is that before I go? Why y'all think the Jones family going to stretch this out? They're not going to hire nobody quick. They don't care about winning. We probably get 2 or 3 interviews. They're not going to hire Ron Rivera quick. They're going to interview 2 or 3 people. You know why? Ratings. That's it. Life's crazy. Life's crazy. My fault. Ratings. Next week is the biggest week for sports media. It's Super Bowl week. Biggest game in ratings, everything like that. Y'all think Jerry Jones going to make a hire before that? Nah. Jerry Jones want them to talk about the Cowboys all next week. And if you just hire Ron Rivera, then what they going to talk about? No, you bring Ron Rivera in, you interview him. Then around like Wednesday or Thursday, you interview somebody else. Then maybe Friday, you interview somebody else. And it'll just keep people talking about the Cowboys all week during Super Bowl week. The frustrating thing is it ain't going to have nothing to do with us playing no goddamn football. This is going to be a whole bunch of what-if scenarios. And the networks is going to eat it up, and they're going to talk about us. And Jerry Jones is going to be happy. And that's frustrating. Because I want to be talking about the Cowboys playing football in the Super Bowl, not what replacement we're going to be trying to sign. But look, y'all, I appreciate y'all. If y'all want, it's my y'all do me a favor. It's my youngest daughter's birthday tomorrow. She turns 8. Definitely tell her happy birthday in the chat if you can. And I'll try to get y'all some content, but birthday parties on Saturday, so there won't be any live on Saturday night live. But I will be doing if y'all want me to, we can go live on Sunday. I would love Sean Lee as a linebacker coach. That's the one thing. I think some of our positional coaches was bad. Our linebacker coach was terrible. Thank you for that, Melvin Baldwin, that $2 super chat. And thank y'all for showing my baby girl some love. She's asleep right now because she got school and I got to get up for work. But, yeah, I'll try and come back, get y'all a live stream. Unless something crazy break, I'm not going to be able to go live on Saturday, no question. And I'm taking her out to dinner tomorrow. But on Sunday, we could do a little live stream and talk about any new happenings if y'all want to. Y'all cool with that? Yay or nay? Thank y'all, man. I'm going to show her tomorrow all the love y'all put in the chat. She be watching too when when Dad go live. All right. I appreciate y'all, man. I want y'all to have a good evening. Keep y'all head up. Can't get much worse. I holla. Oh, and do me a favor before y'all dip. I'm trying to get to 24K, man. Y'all hit the sub button. If you ain't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get there. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle the last couple of weeks. Nobody subbing. hit the subscribe button. Now I holler.